Children, now that you know what action words are, we will now learn to find out the action words in a sentence. Children, let's look at these sentences and find out which is the action word or which is the verb. Now in this sentence, in the very first sentence, we have Dhruva walks to school every day. In this sentence, then who are we talking about? Dhruva. Dhruva is a boy and it's a noun. And what is Dhruva doing? He walks. Walks becomes the action word. It means he is doing something. So the word walks is the action word or the verb. And that's what Dhruva is doing. He is doing something. He is walking. The next sentence. My grandmother cooks tasty food. Who are we talking about, children, in this sentence? Grandmother. Grandmother is a noun. So the noun is doing something. What is she doing? Cooks. So cooks becomes the action word or the verb. And that's there. Grandma cooking. She is doing something. You cannot say food is a verb or tasty is a verb. No, because they're not doing anything. The word cooks tells you that the grandmother is doing something. Let's look at the next sentence. The sun shines brightly. Which is the noun here? Sun. What is the sun doing? Shines. So shines becomes the verb or the action word. And there you see the sun shining. Meena writes very neatly. Who are we talking about, children, in this sentence? Meena. We are talking about Meena. And what is Meena doing? Meena writes. So writes becomes the action word or the verb. Can you see Meena writing? She is doing something. She is writing. Fifth sentence. She dances very well. Now who are we talking about in this sentence, children? She. She is a girl. So we are talking about someone. And what is that girl or lady doing? She dances. Dances becomes the action word or the verb. And there you can see this girl dancing. So dances becomes the action word or the verb. Now children, in all these sentences, all these words that are underlined shows that they are doing some action, and that is what is called an action word or a verb. Okay, now let's look at this chart here, children. We know what action words are or verbs are. There are some words that help these action words or they help these verbs, and that is why they are called helping verbs. Helping verbs add meaning to the clause. Now you will learn about clause a little later as you grow up, but right now we are just going to know that they add meaning to the sentence, giving support or help, especially to a more important person or thing. So when these words, they help the verb and make the sentence sound better or correct, is called a helping word. Now there are so many helping verbs, children, but we are going to learn just a few. Am. Am is a helping verb. Is. Are. Was. Were. Will be. Has. Have. Had. Children, all these words we will be learning just these few, and they are helping verbs. Helping verbs always come before an action word or a verb. Suppose the action word is writes, you say am writing, or is playing. Playing is the action word, but is becomes the helping word, and it always comes before a action word. So it helps the action word in the sentence to make it sound correct, grammatically correct. So all these are helping words. So today, children, we will be discussing more on all these words. As I just showed you earlier about the helping verbs, children, we must know when these helping words are used. You cannot just put these helping words anywhere in a sentence. You have to use them correctly. Let's do the first one, am. Where do we use am? Am is used only when there is the word I. Only when you say I am, you can put am with the word I. It goes together. I am eating an apple. So only when there is I, you can use am. You cannot say they am or she am or he am. Only when the word I comes, you have to use the word am. Is, was, and has, they must be used for a singular noun. You know what's a singular noun, children? One person. Only singular. You have learned the word singular before. Singular means one. And for one person, place, animal or thing, you have to use is, was, or has. Now let's look at some sentences. The lion is sleeping. The action word is sleeping. So you use is before sleeping. You cannot use is afterwards. You cannot say the lion sleeping is, or the is lion sleeping. No. Always before an action word, you put the helping verb, which is. Now I'm using was. The lion was sleeping. So sleeping is the action word. Was comes before sleeping. The lion has slept. Now what is the meaning? Here the action word is slept, and the word has to come before the word slept, before the action word. You cannot put it after it. You have to put it before it. Are, were, have. These three words are used for plural nouns. You know what are plural? Plural means more than one. So when there is more than one person, place, animal or thing, you have to use the word are, were, or have. Let's look at some sentences. They are singing. Now we are talking about they, means many. They are singing. Singing is the action word. Are comes before the action word singing. They were singing. They means many. It's a plural noun. Were comes before the action word singing. They have sung. They means many, plural. Sung is the action word, and have has to come before the action word sung. Now these are in different tenses, children, which you will learn a little later. Will be and had. When do you use these, children? You have to use will be together or had for a singular as well as a plural noun. It can be for both. You can write he will be singing or they will be singing. He is one. and they means many. So you can use it for either singular or plural. You can use will be or had. Let's look at some sentences here. I will be going. Will be, the word going is a verb. So you use will be before the verb going. Okay, when you want to use will be. She will be going. She will be going. Here it is also one. I is one person. She is also one person. You can use will be going. Now they will be going. They means many. It's a plural word. So you can write will be also for a singular as well as a plural word. The word going is an action word and will be is a helping verb. It helps the action word. I had gone. I use the word had gone. Gone is a action verb. Had is a helping verb. It is helping the action word gone. She had gone. She is also a singular noun. So you use she had gone. Gone is the action word. They means plural. So you say they had gone. You can write had for singular as well as for plural.